In this video, we explore the 4 things to consider when choosing soffits. Consideration 1 is drainage. This is one of the important roles which soffits have to play. When using a metal balcony structure, which will often have a permeable deck, drainage options are interrelated to the use of fascias and soffits. Soffits in the past were considered expensive luxuries. However, with glide-on balconies, the soffits are slid on in the factory rather than it taking 2 weeks to go around a project and fit them after the balconies are installed. This means they add more like 10% to the overall cost. Drained-through balconies are certainly recommended against by many of the specialist organizations and warranty providers like NHBC. Incorporating positive drainage to a rainwater pipe (RWP) typically adds a further 25% and also makes the construction significantly more complex. Different balcony structures have different drainage requirements. Concrete balconies, for example, tend to be treated like a flat roof and are normally finished with a waterproof membrane, drainage outlet or overflow pipe, and required build-up to avoid penetration into a building can be difficult, especially with thin slabs and floor finishes. Consideration 2 is fire. One of the most essential roles soffits play is in reducing the spread of fire. Many of the 68 balcony fires in the last 2 years have caused major damage where balconies have either had no soffits or have had combustible soffit materials like timber. Using Class A aluminium soffits offer multiple benefits by catching the falling embers or burning objects, stopping rising embers from hitting the balcony above, reflecting heat away, and helping limit the supply of oxygen to the underside of the decking. Consideration 3 is an aesthetic one. When soffits are fitted to the underside of the balcony, they finish off the balcony and create a clean-edged look, rather than looking like a crude but functional structure. Like cars always have the chassis covered, so should balconies be finished off. Typically, soffits are laser-cut aluminium powder-coated to the desired finish. Each soffit is 400 mm wide with neat butt joints. By being in 400 mm modules ensures even distribution of water rather than there being a concentration of water to one outlet. The addition of a soffit greatly enhances the appearance when free-drained. However, the addition of a rainwater pipe is typically a visual detriment unless it can be incorporated within the facade, which adds complexity and cost. Balconies draining to an RWP need to be deeper to accommodate the gutter, which can make the balcony look chunkier. Consideration 4 is safety of users on the balcony below. With open, drained-through balconies, there is a risk of hot liquids spilt, cutlery or toys etc. slipping between the deck boards on a balcony and falling through the gaps onto residents below. Soffits capture both solid objects and liquids, reducing the risk by draining water to the edge of the balcony. Consideration 5 is maintenance. Typically, balcony fascias and soffits are manufactured from polyester powder-coated aluminium for a durable, low-maintenance solution. The easiest way to clean out each soffit drip tray is to simply undo the decking clip, meaning maintenance can be done from the apartment which has the balcony. If there are no balconies, rainwater falls directly to the ground or runs down the facade. Adding free-draining projecting balconies to a building does not increase the amount of rain which reaches the ground. A stack of balconies can be considered somewhat like a tree. When it starts to rain, the balconies, like leaves and branches, trap and collect water, so you would get less wet standing underneath than you would when standing in the open. However, if rain persists, water will start to drip in some places, not a very even pattern. After the rain has stopped, water will continue to drip for a while, like it does from a tree. Taking water from projecting balconies back inside the building envelope to an RWP generates the risk of water ingress if anything goes wrong or gets blocked. Many in the industry now believe drainage to a drip edge away from the building is a more satisfactory long-term solution than draining to a rainwater pipe.